Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Linda. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. So in today's video guys, we are gonna be doing culture shock, Nigerian culture shock. These are some of the things that shocked me when I went to Nigeria. Okay, the some kind of things that I didn't expect, or the kind of thing that just kind of I cringed to some of them and I was like, what? You understand? And to some of them I was like, wow, I think we should try this in Kenya. Okay, so if you're new, please, thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome back. Consider subscribing and turning on your bell not to miss out on our future uploads. So I don't want this video to be long. I'm going to try to speak as fast as I can and we are going to dive right into this. So at number one, the first ever culture shock I saw in Nigeria was the fact that they don't sell their meat inside the butchery the way we do in Kenya. In Kenya, you know that you have a butchery and then in the butchery they have glasses and then they keep your meat inside the glass and then you can see it through when you're outside and you go and they just have like a small space for you like this. You go and buy over the counter. In Nigeria, they put their meals on the table. They table their meat. They practically table their meat. Okay, you see like all the like mama burger stalls, the way you table your burger on the stall, yes, they table their meat like that. So even in the marketplace, they will just like table all their meat on the surface of the table. Somebody's table is here, somebody's table is here, somebody's table is here, and then they are using machete or cutlass to be cutting it in your presence. I found that so shocking, so weird, so strange, so I didn't know what to do. At number two, another culture shock I found in Nigeria, they are selling vegetables on a barrow. I'm like, are you guys kidding me right now? You see the way in Kenya we have stores and then you'll go to Mama Mboga store and buy something, or you just go to the market and buy something. So them on the streets, if you're staying away from the market square where they have racks or rakes or what, instead of them to just fix like a small rack or like a small kibanda next to the road where they'll be selling, they decide or prefer to sell it on their barrow. They will be pushing wheelbarrow. This wheelbarrow that we use on building and construction. They'll be pushing it with vegetables on top of it. You stop along the way to buy. The person stops. It brings out that wood. The wood we use to chop onions in the kitchen. You know that wood? Yes, that wood. They'll now bring that wood out and slice the vegetable for you. Along the streets, you are standing, waiting. This is another one I was just like, what's going on here? What is going on? Those are some of the kind of things you see and you're like, it's about to get down. Okay, at number three, another culture shock I saw in Nigeria is that they actually hawk boiled egg on their head. I'm like, guy, are you okay? How can you be hawking boiled eggs on your head? I don't know if you tried that in Kenya, if anybody will buy. I really don't know. Because even those people that are actually hawking pineapples and watermelons in Kenya, what they do, they hold the can on their hands like they cannot put it on their heads. It's food now. It's what I want to eat that you're mounting on your head. Are you okay? Sister Mary, what is it? So that's another culture shock I noticed, because in Kenya we have this, it looks like a wheelbarrow but it's not actually a wheelbarrow. It has a leg like a wheelbarrow, yes, but it's covered with glass. So if you're selling boiled eggs, smokies or sausages, you put them inside, you lock the place. The place has a glass so somebody can see through and call you if they need you, and then you sell. Or you can put it inside the bucket but hold it in your hand. In Nigeria, they were hawking it on their head. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Another culture shock in Nigeria is that those people can greet. Even when you enter a public bus, you have to say una good morning. Coming from Nairobi, Kenyans, you know. If you know, you know. In Nairobi, we don't greet like that. If I greet you good morning, I'm really interested in knowing how you're doing. Do you get? If I greet you, hi, how are you doing? I'm really interested. But to them, it's a norm kind of. It's just normal. If you enter the public bus and you didn't greet, you seem abnormal. Do you get? So your auntie at a time, I could enter and greet. Sometimes there are some people who are just frustrated. You enter and greet, some people will not answer you. You will now be feeling somehow. Oh God. But you enter keke na pep, that is tuk-tuk or rickshaw, you will greet. Una good morning. Una good afternoon. Una good evening. You know, I used to own a shop in Nigeria. So in this my shop, people that are selling around me, anytime I enter in the morning, good morning. It's either they greet you or they expect you to greet them. In the afternoon, like let me say my shop is here and then there's another person selling what I'm selling and then there's another person selling something different. So probably I want to go and buy something. Let me say maybe there's a restaurant and I have to pass maybe a saloon, then my shop. So when I come in the morning, I pass and come to my shop. I'll greet the restaurant good morning. I'll greet the salon good morning. I'll come and enter my shop. When I'm leaving to go and buy food, I will now greet the saloon again because it's between me and the restaurant. I'll now greet them again. Good afternoon, good morning. And if you don't greet, they feel you're rude. Can you imagine that? They feel that you're so rude, you're so ill-mannered. Do you know that in Kenya normally, guys, okay, like in Nairobi, to be precise, if maybe I'm passing, right? I'm a married woman. And then guys are sitting in a group of men, okay? And then I pass and I'm like greeting them. Hi, guys. It's very disrespectful. In Kenya, it's like, this girl, don't you know you're married, Sister Mary? Is that how you used to do? Monica, what's your problem? Don't you know you're married and taken and therefore you need to uphold a certain level of integrity within yourself? But in Nigeria, imagine I pass a group of guys, married men, others, and I don't greet, and they feel like, whose wife is that who lacks home training? I'm like, guys, I'm just trying to uphold little integrity. Another culture shock is that if you're greeting maybe elderly people, you need to like kneel down or something like that. I remember when we went to my husband's maternal home and I met his could I say big aunties for the first time. One of them just told me that, you know, here in Nigeria, if you want to greet me as your big auntie, you have to kneel down, like kneel down on your knees. Do you get? To me, that's weird because here in Kenya, we are like, you only kneel down to pray. Are you God? You understand? But with them, it's very normal. It's very natural to them. You have to kneel down. So when we went, I was told, and I was just like, what in they like? What's the big deal? If that's how you people used to do, if you go to Rome, do what the Romans do and have your peace. Okay? I can't come and start dragging. I cannot kneel down. Who are you? Why should I kneel? No, if everybody is doing it, who am I not to do it? And if your big aunties, they are feeling that you have to kneel down for them to feel respected, kneel down now. Let them feel respected. Who respect help? I mean, is respect paying anybody's bills? I don't know. If you kneel down for them, will it change anything? Will it collect anything from you? No. Will it change anything from you? No. So that's another culture shock I saw. Another one is anytime they are doing a party, the party is not complete without spraying of money. Do you understand? And that's why when they passed that law of cashless economy in Nigeria, that you cannot withdraw more than 20k in a day in a bank and all that, and POS were working together with the bank to frustrate the guys. The guys were just like, how are we going to live without money? It's not as if they don't have money, because on a normal day, 20,000 naira a day, if you can withdraw, it's just okay to take care of you and whatever it is you want to buy. But they're used to parties. They are used to spraying money in parties. Plus, their drinks are very expensive. Guys, I went to a Nigerian club. A drink is 80,000 naira. 150,000 naira. A bottle. I'm like, are you selling everlasting life here? I didn't get it. You understand? So, a party in Nigeria is not a party if, as in, it's not complete without money. It's not complete. Even Nigerians living in Kenya, if you attend their parties, be it naming ceremony, be it whatever, it's not complete without money. You get, they will just announce it to you that you guys need to give something, because Kenyans are not used to going to your party and giving you money. They will now say you need to do a transaction. If you have money in your phone, at least you have to give the celebrant something. Another culture shock that I noticed is Saturdays are for makeup and events. Like in Nigeria, if they want to do a wedding, you know, Saturdays are just made for parties, either wedding or house party, housewarming, child naming, baby shower, whatever. But anytime they have a party to go to or an event to go to, or they're just going out, Saturday mostly, hey, makeup artists in Nigeria, they are making money. These women will not go out without doing makeup. Professional makeup. It's not this one that me and you are doing. No. Professional makeup. They will go and pay money. They will now sit down. The person will now attend to their face. The person will attend to their nails. He will attend to their toenails, their fingernails, their toenails, pedicure, manicure, facial, everything. The person will now help them tie their head tie. They will even carry some of them will even carry their clothes to come to the salon. Once they finish, salon is for women. Women, we know they fear our fellow women. After all, if you have had children before, you know that in the hospital, that is how you just open everything and everybody will be seen. So waiting there. They will carry their clothes. Once they finish doing all that makeup, they will now dress up there and be going. This one pass my power. Every Saturday, you'll be carrying 4,000 naira, 6,000 naira to do makeup. If you find a cheap makeup artist, maybe around 3,500 naira. Yeah. So, I remember like when I was doing makeup, my professional makeup for my wedding, I was charged around, was it 15,000 naira for just normal makeup touch-up, because they say it's a bridal makeup. Because I told the person, I don't want you to do me that kind of makeup that my husband will not recognize me. Do me a makeup that at least you will still be seeing my flat nose. You understand? You will still notice that it is me. But still, I ended up paying almost 20-something thousand for everything, because she had helped me tie my beads on my head, and she helped me do the face. Omo, it's not a joke. Another thing that I noticed is that in Nigeria, those people can quarrel. They are very loud and they are very quarrelsome. Like, you people can be driving out in the morning. Like in Nigeria, normally, like the city where I was, which is Benin, is most times, and I believe it's almost all Nigeria. First off, Nigerians, most of them own cars. And for that reason, most of them drop their kids to school and pick them back. So it's very hard to see school buses in Nigeria. So what they do is that sometimes you people are going to work, right? And then somebody will just kiss somebody, like on the road. You see this 2 meters away when you people are driving. They don't observe it. That's another shock. They don't observe it. They're just driving. And then somebody will now kiss somebody. And now they will now pack. They will cause traffic. They will not come down of the car. Maybe the other madam was driving the husband's car that she stole from the garage when the husband was sleeping, or maybe the husband traveled and she decided to carry the big car to come and showcase herself. Suddenly, somebody hit her. They will now come down and start quarreling. They will quarrel, they will fight and settle the matter there and then. You people are still waiting for them. If you don't have Futsubishi that is walking by leg to go, you will not go anywhere. If you two you are driving, you have to park behind them and wait. Another culture shock I noticed is that in Nigeria, like those people, they can honk. You see here in Kenya, you hardly hear there. If they are driving, every 2 minutes you'll be hear somebody pop pop pop, beep beep beep. In Kenya, maybe if the driver coming wants to speak to this other driver, they know how to communicate. You just do like pom pom, and then the guy will look at him and do pom pom, kind of a greeting, and they pass. Or maybe you do flashlight for something, or maybe you just do pom pom, and then the person will slow down, and then he'll ask him something. Is there a road ahead or something? But in Nigeria, pom pom is the order of the day. Pom pom, even the person that is pumping for nothing, the person will just be honking. And these things are very weird to me. The last one, but not least, is that in Nigeria, I noticed that it's almost as if their road, what is it called? Their road police, they are not so interested in, what is it called? They are not so interested in how old your car is. You can see some cars that are so old on the road, and you're like, funny they don't have those traffic police something. Because in Kenya, there are some condition your car will be, they will not allow you to drive it. And they will, if they find you driving it, auntie, you're in for something bigger than you. But in Nigeria, even the worst looking vehicles, you just find them there. Everybody wants to own a car, everybody wants to drive, nobody gives a hoot about anything. And then lastly, Nigerian police. You see here in Kenya, it's almost as if you can drive from your house to town without any traffic police stopping you on the road, unless you're breaking a road rule, or your car is faulty. Maybe your wheel is wobbling and they have sighted it from far, or maybe your light is not working and they have sighted it from far, or you're overspeeding. But in Nigeria is where police will just stop you. Your car is new, brand new from the shop, in good condition, your particulars are good, everything. He will now stop you and be looking for mistake that doesn't exist. And even when he notices that there's nothing, he will be telling you anything for the boys. You're like, are you kidding me right now? Anything for what? Do you know how Nigeria is hard right now? The last thing I want is for you to be collecting money from me. In Nigeria, even owning your own car is like punishment. You don't have peace with it, because you will drive small, police will stop you. You drive small, police will flog you down. You stop. You will drive small, police will do like this. And you have to stop. And they will be behaving. In fact, if you are a lady driving, at least you can smile at them and flash your wedding ring and they leave you. But if you have your husband with you, they will make sure you people give them a tip, a bribe. That's what I mean. So those are some of the culture shocks I personally saw in Nigeria, the years that I was living there. Yeah, so I felt, let me just come and share it with you guys. And yes, the years that I was living there, I just came back to Kenya like last year. So it's not as if I've lived there many years ago. No, I'm talking of something recent. Okay, I just came back May last year. So those are some of the things I saw, and I just felt, let me share with you guys. If you can relate, comment down below, let me know, and let's meet in our next video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Stay blessed and have peace. See you guys.